So the case that we're going to show is one of the most prominent case in the history of cybersecurity. It started 15 years ago, and what we just found 3 weeks ago was on the when the Chinese ambassador to Iran was visiting the commander of the local air force. And you can see in the picture that is handing over a mock-up, a model of the Chinese J-20. The J-20 is a air fighter competing with the US or the American F-35. So how come the Chinese can compete with such a prime technology nowadays? So we're circling back to 2011. Back in March 11, a company that I guess most of you is familiar with, RSA, which is providing secure tokens for like VPNs, started to feel something odd. And once they start to investigate, they found out that 6 employees at the HR department received an email which seems super simple, professional, in the right context, and probably one of them was opening it. So here you can find or watch the original email and how it looks and what happened. So before before moving to the next slide, if you can just go back or no to the start of the video. Okay, just keep it here. So you can see it's regardless of the content, short subject line, 2011 recruitment plans, attachment, Excel file, and one short sentence, what to do about it. That's the whole story. The click led the employee to an empty Excel file. He saw empty one and closed it. The whole process took maybe 5 seconds, and that's the whole story, or where the whole story begins. So let's move next to the next one. So the email came to the HR department. It was speaking the HR language. It's about recruitment plans. So the employee might consider it as legit, as relevant. Okay. The simplicity is key here. The impact of this simple email led or opened the door to the Chinese hackers, which are, of course, a part of the Chinese regime. And they were able to breach into the tokens of RSA, and from RSA to Lockheed Martin, which is one of the users of the RSA token. Once they could penetrate to Lockheed Martin, of course, they could steal for a long period of time different parts of the plans, of the secrets of the F-35. And 3 years later, they were able to come up with the first model or the first version of their own aircraft, which was quite disaster. But as you can tell, reverse engineering is just a matter of time. And currently, the Chinese can sell their prime technology, which is almost fit into what the F-35 can provide, but their price is cut by half. So when they are targeting different countries with probably with not not too threatening neighbors, they can offer their technology at 50% than the Americans. You all know Mr. Trump. For him, this is kind of a global war. So we are witnessing today, 15 years after this huge breach, which started by one click on a very simple email, we're witnessing today the global war between China and the US. So what can we learn, or what are the lessons? Cybersecurity is not about technology only. And the human shield, your employees, every one of us is part of the security chain. When you have 300 employees, 3,000 employees, 30,000 employees, or only 3 employees, each one of them might have a license to kill. He might be an entry point to the hacker. For a long time, maybe the last 25 or 30 years ago, when I just joined the cybersecurity world, phishing, social engineering was the #1 threat to organizations. Up until today, it didn't change much. So the focus that we are providing is to train your employees until they become ready, cyber ready, professionals against social engineering. And remember, simple emails is just the thing the hacker needs. Not too complicated. Using AI, not using AI, it doesn't really matter. Once your employee is falling prey to the attack, because it seems for him contextual, it seems for him right for this point in time, if he's not well trained, he will fall prey. That's the story. That's the lesson.